Astro World. Astro Bros back again. It's been like a month, peoples. It's been a little while, but we here. We back. We got a lot to cover this summer, like we mentioned before. Now getting back into the swing of things. It was vacations. It was business people had to take care of, all that extra stuff. But to have the boys back again to talk about some sports is always a nice feeling. So I'm happy to be here. What you, Hakim?
I feel great. I feel great to be back. I feel like USA, that we back to dominating the basketball team, the dream team, redeem team. I call me the ultimate team. It's feeling lovely.
Nice, nice. Getting all right, Vaughn.
Boy, I here feeling the brunt of the summer. Sweat dripping down my face. But a lot of action going on in
Oh,
the summer sports way. So it hot in the Barbados, but it hot on the sports scene too. So
Sporting
excited to
arena.
get all into it
for
for real.
sure. That's facts. Peoples,
Hmm.
hey, we in the stream. If you ain't here with me, you know what to do. Hit that like button, please, and thank you. You know, it helps out, and we're ready to get back on this thing. Looking to go full steam ahead for the rest of the year, basically, because by the time all this summer sports and stuff done, we're going straight back into NBA like normal.
NBA
So,
season. We
yeah,
got F1 winding down.
when you
Probably
don't for a little break,
yeah.
for a little break, two more races
I
back to
mean, I mean the way whole thing's going right now. You
back.
never know. It might be quite competitive, so it might get more interesting coming on to the end of the season. So I think we got
I
to keep
think
an eye
Matt's
on
too
that.
far ahead, though. I feel like he's too far.
We
He
didn't
ain't
get
on
to it.
it
We didn't get to it.
for sure, as always. Peoples, before we went on break, there was the ICC World Cup, ICC T20 World Cup finals held in the Caribbean, however you want to call it. And victors, India come out on top. You know, top batsman Virat Kohli. Can't expect nothing less from a man that see the ball like a bright fruit. So all I gotta say is congrats to India. Funny enough, I didn't hear my coworker mention India T20 World Cup win to me at all.
Oh,
So that's
strange.
kind of good. He had to rub it in my
Strange.
face.
Yeah. That's strange. I don't
especially
know.
knowing
So
that
everybody
West,
people,
especially knowing that West Indies didn't make it to the finals.
Yeah, I I guess too because there's so much things in sports going on. Like
yeah,
it's hard to follow
many
every
things to
single
follow.
thing anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on
I
that
actually,
finals?
I must say, first of all, I was actually fortunate enough to be able to attend these finals.
All right,
Uh,
then give him the
it,
floor.
it was
Roll up the red carpet.
yes,
Hmm.
my first time actually watching India or South Africa play in the Caribbean in general. So I felt fortunate and privileged to actually watch them. The quality of cricket was outstanding. I must say the fans were rooting for India. I felt like because West Indies were out, I guess everybody said, "Let me go with the next best Indian," which from the other side of the world, being,
East Indians.
well, But quality play was good. Kohli. I think South Africa batted first. I can't. I think they made 174, 75. I feel like it was. I
Yeah,
feel like that
decent
was
score.
eons ago, which was a decent score for T20. Like, I remember the
Yeah.
days where 120, 130 was a competitive score, and I said, okay, South Africa. Sorry. Yeah, South Africa has it. They're looking good. And then India started. No, India batting second, chasing, and they got off the. Actually, my bad. Sorry, India batted first. India batted
Hmm.
first, actually.
Yeah.
South Africa
176.
chasing. Yeah, South Africa chasing. Explosive start. I was actually at a point in time I was saying, you know what, this game is wrapped up. South Africa has the game in the bag. You could hear the crowd, the stands were silent because I said majority of fans are supporting India. And then I saw the drums started to beat. I had this thumping sound, like they started to chant. And the Indian bowler came up. I can't remember the bowler. He has a weird bowling action to me. I don't know if you know the name has. And my guy got a tiny wicket. I think he got out. I think he got the cock out. That's the batsman from South
Mhm.
Africa. And once that wicket dropped, South Africa was in trouble. they were in trouble. They still had a chance to pull the game, really in the game to the last over. No, I must say this is probably the most exciting over I've ever seen in my life. All South Africa
It
needed,
really was.
I think it was like eight or 9 runs for the last over, which is I think it was no, I think it might be more than that. It might have been like actually 12 to 16 runs, and all right, a little less than that. Anyway, batsman hit a what looks like to be a six, first ball in the last over. Say, yo, this the game is on. Super over. I've never witnessed a super over in my life, especially on this international stage. Ball gone. I said, oh, there's a six. You find stands quiet. I freaking out because I looking for a great game. I see this Fieldsman out of nowhere jump, kind of like hit the ball in the ear, check his balance, and then catch the ball. And that was basically the game. That was basically the game. And I'm like, where did he come from? I just felt like that was just the epitome of how the game went. It was just an exciting game.
Mhm.
Great batting, great bowling.
Like the
Unfortunately,
final
what it
should
was
be.
as the final should be. What it will say, I peek back the records, the videotape, and we made a call and see what's going on. And I see that that see and catch the rope for that determines the boundary was a 6 or 4 was pushed back maybe 1 meter or so. And I'm telling myself,
A
That's a
meter?
lot.
A
I'm
That's a
telling
meter? You
my
mean a
lot.
millimeter? You mean a
nah nah
millimeter?
nah
Not a
nah nah
millimeter. Come
nah
on,
nah.
bro.
It was a meter, bruv. It was
Nah,
a
bro.
lot. It was a lot. It was a
Or a
lot.
centimeter?
It was a lot. It was a meter at least. When they saw that, I say in Beijing context, ho ho ho. Or the umpire not call that back. If the boundary was where it should have been, that would have been a six, and South Africa could have been champions of the SEC T20 World Cup. I'm saying that was a terrible call. That whole was that call missed. That's like that's that whole foul is called. That's that whole foul is not called on LeBron James when he's going for the layup, that would have been the game winning shot.
No
So when
matter
they,
what
when
this
they
man talk about here.
so when they,
Oh,
LeBron, boy. LeBron and his vocabulary, boy. Look.
I got to really come personal there for the
Permanent
fans. The fans
residency.
for those fans who are not cricket fans, I had to put the NBA comparison. So when they saw that, I was like, no way, South Africa was robbed. But all in all, I mean, I'll take away from the game. The finals was great, great finals.
what says you on that controversial topic, Raven?
Um, I watched the replay like a million times. I ain't see this meter that the boundary get moved by.
All right,
I think
I'll send you the
that
clip.
was send it to me. I want to see it. I think that was an exceptional catch. The presence of mind, the moment in time in the game that was so critical because it was close going on to the wire. That was one of the best catches that I've seen in any cricket. Given as I say, the moment in time, it was on the line, the stakes of the game. Whoa, like
Clutch
the
catch.
soundness of money, yeah. The soundness of
Yeah,
money that you have to have to be said, all right, I realize it going out to bones. Let me try it back. Go out to bones because my momentum carry me out to bones and then get whack over. Like that's one of the best. That's one of the best catches I ever see. That I wish it was at the stadium to feel the energy of the crowd at that time because it
yeah.
was full of blue. Very Indians was in the crowd, so
Yeah.
I know it would have been. I know it would have been electric. And as Hakim, what I can't agree with what Hakim is saying is that kind of won them the game, and it sucked the energy away from the South African team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't after that moment. I didn't feel like they had the momentum to counteract that moment in time. So
You know,
shout out
you
to
know
the
what?
Indian team.
I'll do one, but I'll do one better for you right now. I sent y'all the evidence right now. I don't know if y'all want to take 30 seconds to see what's going on. I sent y'all the evidence to show y'all how South
1 meter.
Africa was robbed. Want me to look at that? Look at fast forward to the
Thank you,
middle.
man.
But yeah,
We would chat out a little later for sure. And we would come back with some type of synopsis, some type of um revelation maybe. Um outside of that though, Euro finals. Euro finals happened on Sunday. Um two. Two finals happened on Sunday. Actually three. So you had the
three.
Euro finals, you had the Copa
Mhm,
America finals, which we won't
mhm.
really dive into, but Argentina won that. And
Yeah.
we had the Wimbledon
Wimbledon
championship.
final, yeah.
Oh my god. That guy.
I think there was another finals
Anyways,
as well.
Yeah,
I heard.
boy.
I
But
heard
it's
it was. I
Sunday.
heard it was a day to. I didn't hear you, Ray one.
I was just gonna say Sunday was a money making day for sports, boy.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and I think it was a great day to be Spanish because
Yeah.
I think all the
Yeah.
finals were won
True.
by Spanish players or by Spanish players essentially.
Yeah.
mhm. But yeah, Spain after winning the semifinals 2-1, coming back to destroy England. Oh, I shouldn't say destroy.
Not
That's
coming
gonna
Yeah,
be
back.
it
too
can't say it
far.
can't say destroy. It can't say destroy.
That's gonna be a bit too far. But you know,
Way
when
too
you on
far.
the hype, when you're on the hype, you will say anything like that. Just exaggerate the
Oh, so
effect.
you had Spain to win.
I like Spain. I ain't really had nobody to win, to be honest. But
Mhm.
I like Spain, and I like how they perform in the semis. I think that they were the better team by far in the semis. And to be
Better
honest,
team,
a lot of people will argue.
better team by far. By
Yeah,
far,
I
that
think
could
so.
be that's debatable. But we won't
People
dive
would
into
like to
that one.
debate, but
France played a great game. I mean,
I wouldn't say it was great, to be honest. But like I said, that's up for debate. Um, I think they were more clinical when they needed to be. Top goal by the youngster, to be honest. Like
oh, that's a
if
great
not
goal.
for
That's a
that
that's
look,
that's a stunning goal.
yeah, it probably would have gone extra time and what's not. But I think France squandered some of their chances. They weren't clinical in the final third. But we here to talk about the finals anyway. Um,
True.
against England, thoughts, Hakeem? Because I feel like England could have done a better job.
So watching that finals. Well, first to say it was an exciting final. I would say it lived it lived up to the expectation. I won't say it's the best final I've ever watched, but it was a really good final. Both
Mhm,
teams played good football. I think it was a bit of tactics. England were definitely the underdogs coming into this final. Um, most will say that they made it by chance that they had the only because they had the easier bracket of the Euros. Their route was much easier compared to Spain. Spain had to go through Germany, France. They had to go through some serious big guns to get to the finals. But
mhm,
during that match, there were some changes, and I think the one pivotal change to the England squad was that Luke Shaw. I don't believe he's played a minute in the Euros until the finals. Came into as a starter at left back, and his only job for the finals was to make sure that Yamal, which is the youngster from Spain, the
mhm.
17-year-old, did not have a good game,
Mhm.
and he was decent in the first half. He was second half not the best, but you see, it's hard to contain him because Yamal is a great player, a great young player, I should say. Let me put the emphasis on young, and he might not have scored in that finals, but he created the assist that gave Spain the lead, and
Mhm.
there was so much attention on him that I feel like players almost forgot about the other threat that Spain had, which is Nico Williams. And
Williams. Yep.
he- Spain just played attractive football, good, aggressive,
Mhm.
fast-paced, high-tempo football. They created their chances. England did the best they could do. They also created chances. I find they were not as fluid compared to the Spaniards.
Yeah,
But
very
Mhm.
much. So.
I mean, the game changed for England when they brought on Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is
Mhm.
the Premier League young player of the season. Got the most. He had the highest goal assist ratio for the season in the Premier League. Scored a beauty, and I will support England for that finals. I know the England players. I watched. My team was France. My number one team was France. England was my second team. I feel like a sore loser because I mean both teams got knocked out by Spain, right? I
I
can't
mean,
catch.
nine new.
I can't catch a breath. Can't catch
So
a
wait,
breath.
if it was a France, if it was a France England, if it was a
But
France England, that's a win-win.
Nah,
uh,
it would be
France, my
France.
team. France first. France, my team
France
I just,
first.
first.
I just checking. I
Yeah,
just checking.
yeah. I support England for many years, but I made a change. I won't disclose. But I made a change, and I don't know. I feel like
Sound like a
I
Or
don't
you
traitor.
know.
get beat in the
Sound like
World
a
Cup.
traitor.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no, not the World Cup, not the World Cup. I won't disclose that
get
reason,
beat in
but
the World Cup.
I made a change. England was not like us, right? So we made a change. But
Right, Kendrick.
that finals was good. Finals was good. Obama did. I feel like it was on. It was anticlimactic to a certain extent, just because the winner was scored in like the 87th minute, and it came out of nowhere. A cross from the Chelsea left back, great cross, and I can't remember who scored the winning goal. Like I can't remember the guy. Easy tap in, and that was the game. I almost felt like I don't know. Like England can't catch a break. They cannot catch a break. Second finals in. I think this is their second Euro
Wait,
finals
second
back.
Euros. Mhm.
Yeah, Euro finals.
And they lost in the
Can't bring
finals.
they can't bring
Nice.
home. I don't know. Maybe it's not meant to be home. So yeah, that's my take on the finals. But the England Stars.
Yeah.
Before I go on, sorry, stop. Sorry, the England Stars
Mhm.
overall for the tournament were underwhelming. They contributed at times, uh, but they just don't seem coherent. They didn't seem confident on the ball. I don't know if it's a long season or what happened, but they just didn't seem confident on the ball. And Phil Foden played 007 because my guy played 7 games,
Yeah.
0 assists, 0 goals. And this man, uh, actually he got player of the season in the Premier League. He did player of the season, and my guy can't get a contribution to, on target. He did not show up in this. He did not show up in this.
That's team
This
chemistry, boy. After playing a full season of football with certain players that you know and you're familiar with, then to come right off the back of the season and try to build that chemistry with another team, completely different team,
yeah,
it gotta be tough, to be honest.
it's tough. It's tough.
But
But this English squad was loaded.
You could say that for all these. You could say that for all
that's
of them.
exactly what I was gonna say. It's like, but every single nation had to do that.
Mhm.
So maybe England in it right now. They need to find the pieces that blend well together and not play big names. Cause football don't play on paper.
It's true.
Football play on the
But
day.
Spain, to be fair, Spain team was stacked. Let me not. Spain team was stacked. Just must say that.
Mhm.
Didn't have any soft team as Barbadians or some other person would say. That team was a very good team. That's a world class team. World class.
Played like it.
Yeah, I can spend too much time on it. I did watch the game. I didn't get to follow the Euros as much as I would have liked. But regardless, it was an exciting final game. I can say as well. A lot of the sentiments that Hakim had, I would have as well. I just felt like the England team looked choppy. I think that's the best word to describe them. They didn't have any flow to their rhythm. Well, they didn't have any rhythm. So, in my opinion, they got they got some of those goals just off talent alone. In my opinion, and not true chemistry like the Spaniards had throughout the entire tournament. I would say, and I agree with you, Hans. These Spaniards they deserve to win that Euro Cup because they were dominant throughout the group stages into the knockout stages and played well right to the end. Was cohesive, brought a lot of energy on the pitch, and
Mhm.
contrary to them, the English team had a lot of moments where it's like, oh my god, they can't find any spark, they can't find any energy, and the only times they felt energy is when the substitutions come on, when Harry Kane went off the pitch. And his
Don't
name
do
is
my boy Harry. Don't do my guy Harry Kane like that. Don't do
I
Harry
just
like that.
saying. I just speaking from observation. Harry Kane go off the pitch and you get the guy I think is Walker and the same Palmer guy. Come on.
Walker normally starts. Sorry, Walker normally starts. He's a
Is
right back.
is
It
Walker
will
or
come
Walker?
Palmer and Watkins, or Ivan Tony will come on. Palmer,
So it's probably
Watkins, or Ivan
Watkins and
Tony.
it's probably what it's
Yeah,
probably
he
Watkins.
came on. He got the winning
W
goal in the semifinals.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
W got you,
So
Raven.
yeah,
All
but
close.
I just yeah, it's true. Those guys brought the energy,
Mhm.
really and truly, and changed the game for them. That's back to back games, really and truly.
Mhm.
So I can see the English
The
team
English
got a
squad
lot
was
of work to
packed.
do in terms of trying to prepare themselves to have more chemistry before the actual tournament begins, so that they don't look like how they look uh, in this past Euros. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it from my end. Good finals. The Spaniards deserved it, and yeah, we see what happens next Euros when it comes to England.
I like it. I like it. I wanna jump to I want to jump to the NBA on this one because last time we spoke, it was in the middle of the final series. Throughout that whole NBA postseason, we've been disappointed more than we've been excited to watch games. I think this was probably the poorest showing for any team that lost in any NBA season I've ever watched postseason.
Mhm.
And to be honest, like after the first few games of the finals, it was like, man, might as well not pay attention to this here because it kind of over. Brief thoughts on how that went, and give thoughts on who you thought should have won the MVP, if not Jalen Brown, and yeah, just overall thoughts on the whole NBA finals and what you expect moving forward for the Celtics.
We can start off here. Uh, I got echo your sentiments, Hans. I like to see it other ways, but it was kind of boring. I watched all the games, but it
Yeah,
was kind of boring. I was hoping that Luca would have gone off to make it interesting, and especially coming off of that second game when it went back to the Mavericks. But being really, I mean, Luca was playing well, but he wasn't getting the help that he needed. And
yeah,
I feel like it would have taken like a Superman effort for him to really dig a hole and make something happen. But as a superstar, them is the things that you gotta do in the big moment. But
yeah,
truthfully, I don't want to bring this excuse for Luca. He was still playing. I just feel like Luca was horrible throughout the whole playoffs, and then he got this far. So obviously he would be feeling the brunt to the injury or whatever it is that he had that was kind of holding him back, in my opinion, at the end as it's coming on, because that's where you need to pull the most of your tank, and he already pulled so much of the tank just to be able to be there to play to get to that point. So I didn't see how
yeah.
he would have much left back in him. So the Mavs didn't really put up a fight. They look everybody. I kept seeing on Twitter. Everybody's like, "Gee, boy, the Nuggets would have been a better matchup against the
Yeah.
Celtics. The Wolves would have been a more exciting matchup against the Celtics." Everybody was just so disappointed with the performance that they put up. So,
Yeah, but can you really say that based on how even the Timberwolves games went? Like,
but
can you really say that they would have been
th-
better?
this is the thing. The playoffs are matchup driven. The playoffs
Hmm.
are matchup driven. So, like the reason why the Timberwolves lost against the Mavericks because it was not a great matchup for them. The reason why the Nuggets lost against the Timberwolves is because the Timberwolves weren't a great matchup for the um for the Nuggets. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man. It it is very matchup dependent in my opinion, but I could digress with that take. So all in all, kudos to the Celtics for taking the championship. They deserved it. They were dominant all season. We were waiting for them to match the dominant season with a match with the dominant postseason. They went out and did it. Congratulations for Jason Tatum. He gained a lot of slack. He has become one of the most hated players in the NBA for some odd reason. A lot of people hate him on the man because the
Yeah.
man living a great life.
I think it's
It's
not.
funny
I
to
think it's
see.
but he doesn't come off as an authentic player.
Authentic, yes, I get it, but ah, like, come on, man. I don't think it's necessary. But how can you could tell me your thoughts on the finals? And I guess tell me
If
how you feel about the outcome.
I'm not gonna lie, I almost had to Google who was in the finals against the Celtics. That was so long ago. But but the finals was to me was it wasn't the most exciting finals. There's no doubt about it. Everyone knows I had the Mavs to win. Anyone but the Celtics.
Messing my
But at the same
Me
predictions.
too.
By the same time, I can't be mad that the Celtics won. At least they got out the window. Sorry, they got the win. Tatum, Brown, I'm happy for them. I think Jalen Brown deserved the MVP. To me, he was the best player in that series. He went on both ends, being instrumental in getting the Celtics over the that hurdle, that last hurdle. He was dominant. He was a leader. So to me, he deserved that for sure. Um, that being said, I could if next 2 decades, if these guys still playing, I'd be content in my heart to say that if they don't win another ring, I feel good about that. I'm okay with that. Anyone but the Celtics, I'm okay with that. If that's a hater, I don't know, but they got the
That's
That's
ring.
what
super
it
here.
is.
they got they got the they got the ring. No one can say that they were never an NBA champion. They got it. There are a lot of as people will say, yes, it was a dominant season, dominant postseason. Can't argue that. Was there a bit of luck? For sure. Someone sprinkled a little luck in the formula. A lot of teams
Dog,
were
to win a
hobbled.
championship, you need luck, bro. You need
A lot of
luck.
teams were hobbled. A lot of teams were hobbled. Luka wasn't
You
healthy.
could say that for any NBA champion in the past. A lot of teams were humble. A lot of
No,
teams
I
were
guess
humble.
not LeBron. LeBron had to go against
Dog,
Steph,
dog.
Draymond, and Clay, all healthy.
And you could say,
No,
that if Draymond gets suspended, the Warriors probably
ah,
would have won
the
it.
injury. We
Yes, you
talking about
can.
the injury.
Yes, you can.
We talking
You
about
can
the
make
injury bugging
excuses
because of
both
luck.
sides.
Dog, you can make
That's not
excuses,
luck.
but it's
That
injury
was
based.
that wasn't luck. That was something totally
But
different. That was
you can
Draymond's
make an
stupidity.
excuse some way. You can make
Yeah,
an excuse
both
some way
sides.
Man, these
for
anger
something.
management problems. That's not luck. We talking about luck in terms of injury. But that being said,
So you saying
they,
luck
they
can't come from other places? You got luck that could
no,
come
we,
from other
no,
places.
we
So
that's also the scope of this argument. We're talking about luck specifically to do
okay,
with
all
injuries.
right,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
continue.
So the team was fortunate. They got the win. I'm happy for them. I can't say I'm happy that they got the win, especially for Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. But never again. That's it for them. That's it. That's it.
That's what you
That's
think.
it. I'm not.
I don't
That's it.
know,
For,
boy.
no. Not that. That's it for them. That they can't win again. That's it for me. I don't care who go to the finals against them. I want them to lose. They already have their ring. They have their ring. I'm
Well, I
content.
know who I'm
That's it
voting
for
for
them.
then. If
Yes.
that finals come about, I know who
And
I'm
then
voting for.
the way seeing
Because this
things,
year
the
you
way
mess up
seeing
my
things looking
tickets.
post win. I don't feel this
uh,
duo might be together for much longer either way. I feel they might go
why
split in
not?
the future.
I, I want to
Man,
know what it is that make you feel
Why
that
not?
way.
I just feel these people talking senses, spidey senses. I think there's gonna be a breakup in next 2 to 3 years. Like part ways.
That's
You
a
never
while.
know.
I
We'll
doubt
see.
it,
You
boy.
say it soon and then you say 2 to 3 years. That's a pretty long time getting
Yeah,
this stuff
Eh,
together.
I'd say
the money. They gotta run it back. So it can't be next year. They gotta run it back. Have to. So it got 2 to 3 years to
so.
see.
So you're saying that if that it depends on how bad they do, that they might part
I
ways.
think it's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna do bad. I think this team is young, set up
No,
pretty
no.
well.
I mean, if they don't do as well as people might expect them to do, you think that that might be
I
detrimental
think it's
to
gonna be
them?
on personality clashes, and I think it's gonna be a Kobe and Shaq dilemma once again. The way I've seen Tatum moving this post championship, it is like you can't have two players saying they're the best. And I understand, yeah, you're gonna want to say I'm the best player in the world, X, Y, Z, but it's almost as if Tatum is trying to prove it to the world and to himself. I am the best player. I am the best player. Even go his son to say, Dad, you're the best player. Damn right I am.
But
Bruh,
he's not supposed to feel
bruh,
like that is the
bruh.
best player.
Bruh,
Yeah, but no,
That's
he's
not
looking at
even the
you.
argument.
No.
the way he's going about it, it feels uncalled for. I just don't see
It
them
Big
working
feels
out
man,
together.
that's already the argument.
Nah,
Everybody got to do this
nah.
right.
best at home.
Yeah, you
At
feel that way,
home,
but
big
yeah,
man,
but
at home, I better than Steph shooting trees. But you know on the
why
court,
is Jalen Brown not on the USA roster? Why is he not on the roster? You
Wait,
have
how we
no,
get
that, I know
strange
you
news
just
pull,
transition
man.
to
I just think you tell me Tatum don't got all this pull, he can't put Brown on the team. There are a lot of things happening behind the scenes. I just don't feel like
you think
they
you think Tatum got the say to put Brown on the USA team?
nah. He had to put there, wait. But hey,
So what I gotta do with Jason
That way
Tatum?
was yeah. I was
What
saying.
are you
man, nah, there's something going on there. There's something going on there in the background.
Nah, bro, you
But
hear this so badly.
I call it 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, this duo could potentially disappear. And that's my take on it. Final stance.
Honestly, I don't think that they were a duo particularly throughout last season. To be honest, I think
It was a
that whole
trio.
team. not even. I think that whole team come together. You had Drew, you had Porzingis, you had a lot of players contributing healthy to that
Yeah,
team success.
yeah,
So
yeah. But you always have
I,
the
I
foundation.
no,
They're the foundation. Everybody's is
yeah,
added
they're
piece.
well. I'll say they were there from before, but I don't think that that team really had like, oh, these two, and then nobody else is what he's saying. Like, can't just say these two because we had a
Like the
lot of.
mobs, the mobs are like Kyrie and Luca, and then
Mhm.
everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You can't
Right.
pinpoint somebody saying, "Yo, I get a consistent contribution from them." Like Derek White is doing on the Celtics team, like Drew Holiday is doing on the Celtics team.
Correct. Correct. I think it was a different dynamic, and that's probably why they won because the previous years it was that was the conversation. It was JT and JB, and it worked out. I know they had a lot more support, and it worked out. So, like you
But when
say,
we
they
talk
have
about
to run it
dynamic duo, we talk about that dynamic duo more so on the offense. I think most teams have a dynamic duo on the offense. They always have contributing pieces. Even Golden State, Clay and Steph are dynamic duo on the offense. Draymond is the addict, is the side, the additional piece to do something on defense. Really,
Yeah, but
morale the team.
I just
You
feel
know, I
like
talk about
Celtics is a bit different this year, to be honest.
fear.
With the
I
amount
mean,
of contribution
I,
that come from Derek White
I
and
think it's the same. I think they've been
Porzingis
the
and
same. Every all they do is they always trade a point guard every single year. Well, not let me say no, let me not say every single year because we've had a discussion before, but they just trade the same they just trade the same players by position again every year to hopefully this is the right fit for the team and go from there. But is the nucleus of the team is always JT and JB. Anybody else is expendable, and they just try to make it work, and it happens to work. We already said it was luck, but hey, it just happened to work this time around.
You always
you
say it was
you
luck.
say it was
I saying we saying we. Y'all don't want to admit it is we.
I know there's
you
luck to
yourself
this,
and you.
but I ain't calling the championship lucky. There's luck involved, but I ain't calling it lucky. So that's
That's
two
fair.
different things.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's fair. We could call it fair. Draft 2024 NBA draft. There's some big hype outside of the top three, um, and rightfully so because needs to be said that when you got certain pull in a certain field, nepotism and all these other things could come into play, and
My guy earned.
true
My guy
fans
earned. He
could
earned his
have
way.
gripe about things like that, especially when it's evident that you know it's it's probably not in the best interest of the other team. But we could talk about that as well, and then we could talk about some other trades that went down and how we feel about them and in terms of excitement or disappointment, etc., etc. So thoughts, Rayvon, on the top three picks deserved.
Boy, this draft, I ain't gonna lie to you, this draft is just a question mark to me, question mark to everybody in the NBA circles. To be honest,
Mhm.
nobody knew where people would actually go. Um, the Hawks took a chance on this guy. I could say this is the French national draft because they took a lot of French players
Yeah.
came in this draft. So the first two picks were French players. Um, Zachary Richicher and Alex Sar. I watched a little bit of Alex Sar a little bit before he came in. Well, he was playing an Australian team, I think,
Mhm.
and I got a chance to look at Richicher and the summer league that is playing right now. Seem to be two decent picks. Some guys with some good upside. Sar, I would say specifically, good big man.
Mhm.
Should be a good shot blocker, rebounder, and got a nice skill set. Zachary Richicher has a pretty all round skill set as well. So decent picks. I think these are picks. This is one of these drafts where you can't say that like last year was like, yeah, boy, Wemby. We know he taught. Like, you
Mhm.
can't really assess this draft just yet. You gotta wait till the season going and see who really pans out. It might not be number one pick. It might be a number six pick that really turns into a guy that people see the promise that you would expect from a number one pick per se. So this draft
Right.
is a little bit different in that case. The biggest thing from the draft for me, and for ESPN and for all the media heads is Bronny James, the most celebrated 55th pick of all time. Uh,
Celebrated?
it's
You
crazy.
sure it's celebrated?
I gotta say celebrated because I don't understand the want. Well, I do understand all the attention, but geez, man, most of the draft talk was not about the same number one pick, number two pick, number three pick, all the way down to the lottery. Most of the talk was about Bronny. Most of the talk was about Bronny.
Five
Let me hear what
five.
you got to say.
Now it's about the 5-5. 5-5. I can't really see any camera, but
Mhm.
55th pick.
So that was, I mean, that's disappointing to me because I would like to hear more analysis on what these guys at the top, since it's such a question mark, to hear what the people got to say about it. But people spend most of the time on that. And during that period, you know what else happened? DJ Redick got hired as a coach. Shout out to Hakeem for calling it because he did call it
Yeah.
um, for the Lakers. So everything Lakers related and LeBron related was going around the
The
draft. It was
GM.
all about LeBron. It was all about LeBron these past few weeks. Really and truly.
The GM. I
So
I think LeBron trying to get out. And he just want play with his son before it's too late, because you know trying to make it
Daddy pull
happen.
strings. Yeah,
Hey,
Daddy
yeah,
pull strings. Cause I will continue to say says status to the world showed it from the rooftop. Bronny James was not ready to be an NBA player. For the time
I
I
don't
see
think
he
so.
declared for the draft, I was like, bro, you barely get to play at college.
Hmm.
You deal with the thing over the summer. Like play another season and really solidify your skill set before you come to the league. But
Yeah,
Daddy pull strings.
and
He
that he
had
trying to get out too.
a multi-million-dollar contract for a
which
55th pick and thing, which is kind of crazy to me.
which is
Guaranteed contract.
yeah,
No,
guaranteed,
at
yeah.
that guaranteed contract. For a matter, you don't know how you can pay 4 years. But Daddy pull strings. It can't be vexed with it because we
Hmm.
see the nepotism in so many different areas already.
But to be
You
fair
might get
too,
his chance.
I let you
You might
finish.
get his chance, so he do it. And that's he might LeBron won't fulfill his dream at the end of the day. And
Correct.
as he
That's all
has
it was.
publicly stated, his dream is to play with his son. So
Yep.
he made his dream become reality. He had the power to do it. If you
The
had the
man
power to
creating
make your dream
history.
become exactly, if you had the power to make your dream become reality, would you do it too?
I would.
I'll leave it there.
I would.
I mean, to be fair, we know
Ain't
that
that fair about this one? Go ahead.
NBA players, right? NBA players typically have their children around NBA teams, around their teams. So I don't think it's far fetched to say that Bronny's been probably around the Lakers for the last couple of years and been probably training or in the facility practicing, having unofficial tryouts, workouts for the team. So look, when they draft this young man, this young skillful player who happens to be LeBron James' son, who happens to be LeBron James' son, I feel like they already know what they get there from the man. And I mean,
All they getting is viewership, big man. That's all them getting, which
Literally.
I mean,
is
I mean
a
at that.
decent money move, I guess.
I mean at
Yes,
that.
that's what
From that
I
It's a
mentioned
standpoint.
great,
that.
it's a
I
it's
mentioned
a
that
great
yesterday.
move, great business move. But at
Yep.
any day, it's not that they used up a lottery pick to get Bronny. They amount the 55th pick, 55 out of 60. There's really truly not much expectations for him. If he ends up being a borderline
G League player.
all star, which is,
If you- oh my god.
I went to the other side of the
Hey,
spectrum.
my man. Oh my
if he
god. I know he
if
was
he
gonna do it.
if he
That
had to
bit
end
over
up
my
being
eyes.
if he had to end up being a decent role, a solid role player like a Patrick Beverly or a little better than that on offense, I mean, he would have exceeded expectations for what we have right now. But really and truly, watching Bronny's games,
You got
I mean,
expectations. You far ahead.
but that but people don't really have expectations. If he becomes a decent role player
Mm.
right now, based on what we're seeing right now, that is beyond expectations. He would have been a successful player in the NBA. They're not too many father son duels in the NBA in general, especially if they're playing together. Um, but Bronny's been playing decent defense. His offense has been not the best, borderline awful. But
I think there's a borderline with that. It's been awful. Full
but
stop.
they're trying to make sure he's comfortable because he's been getting a lot of shots up in the summer league. He's been getting a lot of
That's
shots
what
up,
I think.
which is
The man playing
surprising for
like a
someone.
superstar player.
Which is someone, yes, for that who's picked at that number. But at the end of the day, is the NBA, is viewership, is LeBron James. The man has been a high school. I think he was drafted in high school. He was a very good player. I think he was drafted. He was projected to be like a top, a lottery pick for sure. And unfortunately, we all know
He
about he
he just
encountered.
For
had
all that.
attention, man. He just
And
had
he was
Yeah.
attention.
a pretty good lottery pick. We know about the health issues that he's encountered. That's probably set him back. All in all, the Lakers or the NBA is really been surrounded by Bronny right now as in the draft. I can't tell you the top three picks are right now. And then I want like that's the attention is really just around Bronny, and it
I
has
think
been.
he was just in attention because of his dad. That's the only thing. But I don't think
Pardon me.
throughout. I think he just has had the attention throughout his storyline because of his dad. I don't think at
But
any
there's no
point
doubt
he
about that. That's helped him for
so
sure. By
outstanding
the
or
same
anything.
time, he is using it to his advantage. I mean, as Revon said, if you have the opportunity to make your dream come through, would you not do it? And Bronny's
Hmm.
dream is to be in the NBA. So they both.
No,
You
no, that's his
Oh, you
dad
talking
dream.
about LeBron
That's been
dream?
true. That's
you don't
his.
think that's Bron. You don't listen to Bronny James. That's been his goal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know,
his
but it's
goal.
saying
But his dad
LeBron
dream
dream.
kind of trumped
LeBron
him.
dream come first.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's his
think
dream
both
not
dreams.
clear.
I think both dreams are mutually beneficial to each other. So I feel
Well,
like
yeah. I mean,
I feel
but
like oh I
thing
want to play
is,
NBA. You could get
uh,
me NBA. Let me go now.
yeah, but LeBron dreams is the thing that called his shots.
The man has four
His
Exactly.
years. The man has 4 years guaranteed, no pressure to develop into a decent player. I think he get it done.
all right.
I think he get it
Get
done.
what done? Nah,
A decent player.
nah. I think because it is almost handed. Well, not almost. I think it was handed to him. I feel like he wouldn't um excel if he had to work for himself.
Fair, fair.
That's one thing. I think if he had to get that before daddy help, he would have got the respect of everybody else, and he would have been even more driven
No,
to work hard enough to,
I think
you
that's
know.
tough. That's tough. I think once he,
mm,
regardless of what happened, people are gonna say the same thing. I think
No, it would have been a different story if
once
he
he
was
starts,
really good and LeBron still helped heal. It would have been a different story because people would have said, "All right, yeah, that makes sense."
the
But
man could have been
because
he could be averaging 10 points per game. They still say he's not good enough, or 15. They still say he's not good
That's not
enough.
so.
that's not
That's
true.
not so.
That's
That's
not
not
true.
so.
That's not how this is work. Not at all.
I
If he
think
was
at the end of
averaging
the
10
day,
points, nobody, the people will be saying the Lakers get steal at,
Yeah, makes
at
sense.
50 at the 55th pick.
be 10
And
points
everybody will be
in
raving
college.
about
I think
can't wait to see LeBron and
look,
LeBron play together.
once
That's
he
what people
once
would
he
be.
plays well right now, he'll give him a year or two. I think he everybody will be saying, okay, he's good enough. But that's my final position on it.
G League, G League player, WNBA
um,
player.
and I can just give you guys some quick hitters on some trades that happened, some big trades, some big free agency signings. Alex Caruso to the Thunder for Josh Giddey. Bulls get Josh Giddey. I think that's a great move for the Thunder. I calling it no. I got the Thunder as my number one seed for next year. Right off the bat, they made some great additions. They also added Isaiah Hartenstein for the Knicks, who was a pivotal player throughout that Eastern Conference playoffs. Really stepped up when Mitchell Robinson went out. Damn good get to make up for the lack of size that the Thunder team had.
Mhm.
Then we had the DeMar DeRozan, which was kind of surprising to me.
Finally,
Yeah,
finally,
and
some
also the
ball
Bulls.
players.
I've been preaching for it about it all season.
Yep.
Zach Levine there shedding tears, peeing, still in the jail cell.
Yep.
Um,
Homeboy get out and he's still doing
yeah,
time, hard time.
yeah, bro.
That's tough.
But a surprising move to the Kings. I did not expect that, but
That might be a good fit
DeMar
because
DeRozan is from California,
yeah.
so
I
I
mean,
guess
after
he had an
that,
opportunity to go
I
back
mean,
home.
after he was on stage with Kendrick and dancing, if he had a choice, but
Well,
yes,
I guess so, man. But yeah, man, I think that is an interesting pickup. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be bad. That's a little bit hard to judge because I don't see him fitting like as seamless as some other players would have. But I would say a nice get nonetheless. You got once you get the best player in the deal, it's usually a nice get, and then you figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Um, and the last thing to point out, the Knicks going for Mikhail Bridges. Uh, I thought this was quite interesting as well, but I think they are doubling down on building a team that is a team rather than building a team focused on superstars, which we've come from that era over these past, let's say, six or so years, trying to build some super teams. Well, let me say from 2015 to now, so that's almost 10 years. In the last 10 years, um, so you're getting away from that, seeing teams more, trying to find good role players to put on the team to bolster team chemistry and make sure you have a solid foundation to some degree. So
You also need
that
backup based on what happened in the postseason too.
exactly with the Knicks, you see, once you got a deep team, you got players that could play and fill in for players, then you could go pretty far, even though you might not have the star power. Uh, so a nice get for the Knicks. Those are the main ones that I would say stood out that were big moves for the all season. From the Timberwolves side, quickly, they moved up in the draft, got the Spurs pick, which they got what the boy name Rob Dillingham, a really good
Good.
get for them.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the biggest deals of the night. I did not
And,
expect the
and
Timberwolves to get
embrace the crazy Spurs give him up.
yeah, me too. I did give up a lottery pick, but again, this NBA draft was kind of up in the air about how people assess the talent. So they probably didn't think that they could have get anyone with the talent that they need to fill a role that they want on their team. So
Mhm.
thanks to the Spurs for helping these Timberwolves get better in an unconventional way. I am very intrigued to see how he's going to integrate with the team. Pretty sure he's going to be like a six man off the bench type of role. So excited to see how he performs. He's one of those bucket getters, one of the best, I could say, offensive creators from that class for sure. So it's going to be interesting, given that the Wolves have had offensive wolves throughout the postseason. We get a story, especially in that Dallas series. So they addressed that. They addressed that with a rookie player. So it should be fun to see how it goes.
All right.
Last but not least, talk about some F1. Some lately news. Just to touch on it, not to dive deep into anything, but congrats to Lewis, man. Lewis Hamilton finally wins a race again. After a really long dry spell.
Mhm.
Had a lot of troubles with the team and with the car development and what's not throughout the last few seasons. So glad to see him back on the top step. And Mercedes looking really competitive. So, I mean, George had pole um, twice, twice I believe. Yep, twice
Yeah.
in the last like
The
three
last race.
races.
Yeah, last
So
two races. Mhm.
that's looking promising. Matt's not running away with anything right now at this point. He got McLaren to deal with and he got Mercedes to deal with. And if Ferrari could get in the mix, that's going to look nice as well for competition.
I got a faith.
um, is McLaren the new Ferrari? I feel like last race they did not capitalize on their strategy. Um, they they were playing kind of copycat in a way, like they weren't
Yeah, in
making
Lewis.
the moves that they needed to
Mhm.
make. So they were reacting more than they were being proactive in making decisions, and that kind of caused them to make a mistake with both drivers, pitting Piastri when he was in second place after everybody else, and also pitting Lando Norris after Lewis. I think they'll probably revisit that and try to be more confident in their ability to make moves and kind of inform the other teams' reactions to what they do rather than trying to react to what teams do. So hopefully we could see some improvements on that end from McLaren. Hopefully they don't fall from grace like Ferrari did couple seasons ago. Then I still think Perez, even after he signed that contract, is still in danger of losing his seat. Like the guy is not performing at all. Unfortunately, I remember last season when he won those couple of races, I was so excited that somebody could bring the heat to Max,
Mhm.
and it just went to the garbage from there. And funny enough, I had this big discussion with my cousin saying Perez got Max this season. This is gonna be a ding dong battle to the end, and he was just gaffing at me like, "You don't know what you're talking foolishness." Matt's far better than Perez, this and that. And then like, you only see the last couple of races and we back at it. No, and I look like a fool because Perez is trash. So that that is kind of tough to swallow that pill. But Daniel Ricciardo also not performing like he could get that seat. So it all looking good for Liam Lawson, in my opinion.
Mhm.
I would like to see him in one of the cars after the break because that's when musical chairs has happened between these two teams, Red Bull and V Carb. So
Mhm.
I'm looking to see what the lineup will look like after the break. If it's the same, I'll be disappointed. But if it changes, I'll be excited to see Liam Lawson maybe in Red Bull seat and somebody
Okay.
else in the V Carb seat. So
Mhm.
looking forward to F1 for the next two races for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Lando could get another win. Maybe Lewis could get in the mix as well. Just
Yeah.
to keep things interesting and keep Max away from the top step for a little bit. Not that I don't like Max, but make competition.
Exactly. Make competition more.
Exactly. So that's basically the spill for F1. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, bro. We got Olympics coming up.
Mhm.
So just got a few areas that we want to focus on. We could try to do a deeper dive on the next stream. But of course, we can focus on the Olympic basketball. Kind of had a mention of it today with the whole Jalen Brown situation. We didn't dive too deep into that, but we'll
Mhm.
get back into that as it gets closer. I think the start date for our Olympics is the 28th or the 26th. Um, I don't know if anybody could chat for me.
Mhm.
And so
Checking
we can
out
focus on,
feels a little late. Yeah,
yeah,
26 to
men's
the
basketball.
11th.
26 to 11. So we can check on
Yeah,
men's basketball, of course. Then, of course, the track events,
track
100,
and
200,
field.
400. Well, I know Hakeem used to be a triple jump king, so I know he probably can be following that closely.
Yep.
So we probably will talk a little bit about that. I guess keep an eye on some outstanding records that are broken throughout the Olympics time. And then, of course, touching home base to the athletes in the Caribbean, we try to bring a preview of players to watch out from the Caribbean. Barbados, we got a small team headed out uh, to the Olympics, but a team with some promise. So we're hoping here at home that we come back biting some type of a medal. So I guess on the show next week we'll do a deeper dive and
Mhm.
I guess give you some insights on what to look for as the Olympics comes around the corner.
I got a question. Was the last time we were, I guess, somewhat a star of the Olympics was in Obadeli time?
That's correct. The last thing I think that's one of the, have we ever
That's
won anything outside the
only
Olympics? I think maybe the only
No,
he
time.
was
not.
third.
I
He was bronze, but
don't think we've ever.
um,
I don't
Yeah,
think
he
we've
brought a
ever
bronze medal.
won an Olympic medal. We've won some at the World Championships in track.
Yeah, we won an Olympic
Uh,
medal,
yeah,
and
but
the only one
I
is
mean,
Orbidelli.
I'm saying we've never won one since then.
Okay.
Since Obadali's time. But we've won a
hey,
we've
man,
won
they
a
had a
couple.
whole
We've won a
song.
couple. We've won a couple in the World Championships. Ryan
Yeah, they
Bradford,
just had a,
he won gold
oh yes, Ryan Buffett as well.
in hurdle 110 hurdles.
Hurdles.
I think I can't remember what year it was. I think it was 2009 or 2011, one of the two. And
But
we got bronze in the 400-meter women for Shade Williams in
But those
2022.
are world championships, not Olympics.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those are world championships. We have a few
Yeah,
medals
yeah,
at the
yeah.
world championship level.
You're right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Oh,
So, yeah,
but
that's one medal. So we got.
Two. Shadi
No, it's
Williams
only
and
one.
it could be two. Shadi Williams got a medal last world champs.
No, I talking
we're
about
talking about
Olympics.
Olympics.
Oh, Olympic.
Olympics.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So we only got one at Olympics. So
We're due for
We
another one.
probably are the
Praying.
world champs too, but there's
Yeah.
Olympics time. So
yeah, the Olympics is different.
We probably could. Hopefully, we can bring home one. Shadi Williams has
Yeah,
a
a good chance.
great chance.
Well,
Yeah, great
what's
chance.
probably but McLaughlin is running. She's running 400s flats.
Oh,
She's only doing
it's Sydney. I
Sydney.
think it's Sydney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sydney McLaughlin or
She,
however it's pronounced your name.
I think she's only going to be running. Well, I can't tell. I don't want to say, but she's probably going to be only running the 400-meter hurdles. I
Yeah, I
think
know
it's
that
very.
part for sure, but she runs the 4 flat.
Oh,
She
oh yeah,
probably could.
for sure. Oh, for sure. No, she does. But she's
Yeah,
not going to run it. She's
well,
not going to run it at Olympics because it's too
what?
grueling. Because it's to qualify for 400 and 400-meter hurdles. That's about 6 400s you're running. That's crazy on your body.
Well, true. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
we're gonna see that. She could probably make it and still win the 400-meter hurdles and probably make the finals or even maybe win the finals potentially. But
The times that she running in the 400-meter hurdles, she could probably run. She could probably beat. She could probably get a medal in the 400-meter flat.
it's
Nah,
true.
that's
But
different.
but it's
With
assuming she's fresh because those gonna be terror legs. And
Yeah,
all
fair
the
enough.
other runners, that's the thing. So she could probably make the finals for sure in the 400 meters. To get a medal, it depends how fit she is, because
Mhm.
that's tough.
It's tough.
But yeah,
All right, cool. I think that's a wrap on the Olympic outlook. So we should have a lot for that for you guys next week on the next episode. Anything
thanks
else
for
on you
tuning
guys?
in, guys. No, I think that's all good. Just tuning, keep tuning into sports, because we can try to bring as much information on sports and thoughts on what went down throughout the week as we can, especially during this Olympic time. So stay tuned, man. We definitely can bring some Caribbean vibes for you guys and results for sure. My Jamaican people gotta be in the conversation too. So
Mhm.
looking forward, looking forward to talking Olympics in the coming weeks.
All right, I think that's a wrap for the show. As always, if you haven't like the stream or subscribe to the channel, put a like on the stream right now. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram for updates, so you can get notified when we are going live. We don't typically do Wednesdays, so this is the first in a while. So
Yeah.
remember doing Mondays. So if you follow the Instagram page, you get notified when we be doing our streams. Follow us on Spotify as well. Post the audio version of the stream on Spotify, so you can, if you prefer to, while you're driving in your car, sit down and listen to the stream on your way to work, or your way back home, or on your way to the gym, or on your way
During the
somewhere
gym.
else. Yeah, or during the gym. You could, check us out there. So
For
thanks
sure.
for tuning in again, and we'll catch you next week, peoples. Have a good one.